reunited with a precious gem from the past, and Beatles gem. Oh, hello. Welcome to the Mermaid Tavern. Cheers. Slàinte, skål, yakida, salute, bottoms up. How you doing? So, reunited with a precious gem from the past, and a Beatles gem, and something I originally bought, probably, I want to say, summer of 1980. Yeah, before the awfulness of the end of the year, anyway. And in Penny Lane Records in Chester, Foregate Street in Chester. I knew Chester very well when I was younger. I used to go into Chester with my dad. He had meetings and things, and I lived sort of near south of Manchester. Chester was very well known and beloved to me. Of great city, great memories of Chester, and from a long period of time, toy shops and in the Grosvenor Arcade, and wonderful bookshops. But this record shop, Penny Lane Records, it really was a sort of one of my favourite record shops of all time. And I did a little playing around online and sort of recreated it, where it long since gone, of course. It had another store in Liverpool city centre, and I went in there many times when I was discovering the Beatles, and this was my kind of introduction to this particular album. And well, let's have a look at it. Here it is. Yes, Abbey Road. But this is a particularly special version of Abbey Road, because particular wonderful version of Abbey Road, which is on, as you might be able to spot from the sign, on coloured vinyl, but also on wonderful green coloured vinyl. Green, gorgeous green coloured vinyl. Now, as you probably know, they've re-released this in the last year or two, especially on green vinyl again. But it's not this one. This is the one that came out in the late 1970s for export only, but it was done with the see, it's got "Made in England" on the. You see that, it says "Made in England," "Made in England" on the old sleeve. But do you know what? It's just so wonderful to have this back again. I sold it. I did a video about it. When did I talk about this? Last year or so. Seller's remorse about various things that I'd had to sell in the past and regretted selling. And I saw this not long ago and actually bid on it on the dreaded eBay and got it quite reasonably priced. Actually, it was quite nice. It's I think it's all part of my thing. You must find this. Do you find this sort of, you're buying things, you're recapturing your childhood in a way? It's like, you never can recapture your childhood, but it's just nice to have these things around that made you happy when you were younger. And it's just lovely to have it. And it was my introduction to this album, playing this wonderful record. I can imagine it's the one I had before. Probably just about the same condition I had it in, because I I played it a lot, you know. I played it a lot. This one's good. I played it, and it's good. It's got the odd pock and crackle on it, but do you know what? It's just so lovely to have this. And yeah, made in the UK. Apple Records. I always corrected the UK Beatles stuff, and yeah, I did buy this again on a regular sort of. I bought the original the earlier dark apple pressing of it. This is the sort of light apple they did in the 1970s. You'll know that if you're a Beatles collector. But as I say, they did do that that sort of green vinyl. But this is a nicer green, I think. It's sort of that one's a bit darker and murkier. This is a lovely green vinyl. So it was just lovely to have this back again, which I bought in Penny Lane Records on Foregate Street in Chester. Yeah, I think it was that summer of 1980 I bought it. It was just when I'd left school. I remember having, even, I left school at 16, and, I never forget that feeling, having your whole life in front of you, and you're free of awful school, which I hated. And it just reminds me having this again, this dear, blessed record, which is a wonderful album anyway, isn't it? Abbey Road, it really is. It's just a bit special to have this green vinyl copy of it again. As I say, it's by no means a sort of mint condition version of it. It's playable. It's exactly the sort of condition it was in. I think when I after many plays when I had it, when I played it a lot on the turntable, this was my go-to version of it. So it's just lovely to have it again and listen to it again and be reunited with, a strong memory from the past of a particularly wonderful album, isn't it? I mean, I don't know. I've often said probably the White Album is my favourite Beatles album. But when I think of the memory of buying this lovely glossy sleeved album, the wonderful cover, isn't it, with a girl with a blue dress on the back? And I think I discovered Abbey Road pretty late in the day, actually, considering I'd listened to, been buying Beatles albums for just over a year then, 79, 80. And this was one of the later ones I bought. I think the last one I probably bought was Let It Be, but I kind of started buying the earlier ones first, like, from upwards. And after hearing some of these tracks initially on the Red and Blue album, but it's funny, I was watching Rick Beato. Do you know Rick Beato, the guitar guy, on here, and he had Sean Lennon on it. Check it out. It's really absorbing, kind of almost hour-long interview with Sean, and he's not talking about being a Beatles son. They're just talking about music and guitars, and it's actually quite refreshing. But obviously, Sean does talk about his father, and he mentions "I Want You." She's so heavy, and what a great track that is, and what a great guitar track it is, and isn't it? I just love that song. It's definitely on my top 10 Beatles songs of all time, and I never forget hearing it for the first time. That sweeping, building, then suddenly that stop. I love it. I love it. I mean, a lot of people do understandably go on about the medley on side 2, which is great. Here Comes the Sun. Do you know what? CDs and streaming, you lose the magical difference between side 1 and side 2, don't you? You do. Here Comes the Sun, starting side 2, and then you go into the medley, don't you? Which is great. I love it, but do you know I love them? I even love Maxwell Silverhammer, Octopus's Garden, and Come Together is just wonderful, isn't it? Paul does a great job on Oh Darling. Remember, John always said he should have given it to me, but I Want You, She's So Heavy. To have this magical green vinyl copy of it back again It reminds me of my blessed youth and my blessed discovery of the Beatles in the late 1970s. To have this again, it's really, it really makes me feel happy. I'm really glad I found it. It's not a rare item. I mean, you can pick it up for, I don't know, anything between £50 and £100 probably, depending on condition. It doesn't come up all the time. And of course, as I say, you've got that new green vinyl version of it now. But just something in me likes the albums that were made in this country, and to have the original. And as I say, I think it's a rather nicer green vinyl than the new one was. The new one is rather, and wonderful. Makes me happy. As I say, it reminds me, it's a bit sad, I suppose, trying to recapture your youth, but then it's not. It makes you happy. It's funny. It's got coloured vinyl, including extra charge £1. Did you see that on the label? And it was made for export. I know that much. It wasn't. It was made to be exported abroad, just like that white vinyl. Oh, if I could have that again! But the Beatles White Album white vinyl, done for export only. I'd love that. I really would. But that does go for silly money now. I sold it for. Do you know what? I don't even know how much. £150, £200 maybe. Now it's going for between 300 and 600 plus. But I played that. I played my copy of a lot. I mean, these were like my go-to albums. Just the White Album, white vinyl, and Abbey Road on green vinyl. Anyway, I've gone on enough. I'm having a glass of cider to toast apple. The green Abbey Road. Thank you. Will I see you again? I sincerely hope so. Thanks ever so much for joining me. Leave a comment, let me know about Abbey Road. Let me know what version you've got. Let me know if you've got the new green vinyl one or this old green vinyl one, any old version of it. Just and whether you love I Want You, She's So Heavy as much as I do. I want you so bad, it's driving me mad. It's driving me mad.